Welcome back to Hell Let Loose, where today I'll be giving you my top tips on the much avoided role of squad leading. When you jump into a new game, it will no doubt look something like this, with a couple of armour squads, some locked squads and no infantry slots, and about 40 players just hanging around in the background, waiting for some hero to create a unit. Today, we are going to be that hero. Which leads me into top tip number 1, introduce yourself. The purpose of this is to see who on your team has actually got a microphone. Once comms have been established, check your squad to see if any legend has already gone support class. The chances are they haven't, so now using the power of the microphone, you need to ask somebody to switch.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't know how to do it.
This is where the excuses begin.
I've only been playing for about a couple hours.
But after some gentle encouragement and explaining the subtle differences between support and rifleman, one of them might switch. Ling, you are a legend. Now that we have support, we have to work out where to put our garrison. As you can see from the map, the point is already contested, with other squads on the way. There is a garrison already placed on the edge of our territory, and we don't want to place in the contested area, as if the enemy capture first, we will lose everything we placed. Therefore, we're going to head up north and put down a backup garrison. Backup garrisons are essential to winning. And here to my right, we have my glamorous assistant Ling, who's busy putting down his first batch of supplies. That's the garrison place, so we can now head in. Now that we're a bit closer to the front line, we want to make sure that the rest of our squad can join us here. It's time to drop down an outpost.
Yeah, that's right.
Make sure it's somewhere safe, like round a corner or behind a hedge.
We have an armor.
And look, the outpost is already being utilised. A couple more of our guys have dropped in. Unfortunately, he's been massacred by a machine gun, but by using the power of communication which we established right at the start, he's warned me that he's right behind me.
About 317 northwest.
Something teamwork.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, we've placed a garrison, placed an outpost, and rallied the squad. But let's not forget that we're incredibly useful at short to medium range combat. Let's get stuck in. Pew 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 in the face.
Okay, 3 rounds sent.
Get that.
This brings me on nicely to our next superpower, smoke. We carry 2 of them, use them. They will be essential to assaulting any position.
Alright, sending 1 around to that trench line.
As you advance, you're going to want to advance your outposts as well. This might sound obvious, but make sure you clear the position first, otherwise the outpost will immediately disappear. With the position clear, it's essential you keep your support guy close, so at a moment's notice you can drop down a garrison. Oh, it's Ling again. This guy.
Recon's going up in 20 seconds.
You might be concerned that I'm stalking our support guy by staring at him through my binoculars, but as you're about to learn, binoculars are another one of a squad leader's superpowers. That appears to be a tank, and if the support guy had binoculars, he wouldn't be a crumpled mess on the floor right now.
Garrison up.
Excellent.
But having binoculars is only one part of the superpower. The other part is making sure you mark your targets.
If you guys die, spawn C5.
Once you've marked them, let the world know. Well, after successfully marking that enemy tank, I'm sure we'll never be seeing him again. Unless, of course, he comes driving right through the middle of us. It's probably best I start screaming into the command channel about this tank.
Drop 2 rounds.
Okay.
Look at that, the system works.
Thanks.
Drop.
This next tip might offend some of my American audience by sounding a little too much like socialism, but sometimes you just need to share. Not every squad is going to be lucky enough to have a ling or even a support guy, so share the supplies where you can.
Sweet. Man, we're starting to see some infantry coming into checkpoint, but we're okay for now.
Yeah, I'm at checkpoint.
Yeah, my guys.
The battle for Western Approach has been pretty intense, but luckily, utilising all the tips we've just gone through, we can start to give our team an advantage. We'll just throw out some smokes to cover the advance, before having a little check with the binos to see what's coming our way. And lo and behold, another enemy tank. Let's give that a little mark. Everything's in place, but never ask your men to do something you're not prepared to do yourself.
We're gonna need more smoke.
It's time to get stuck back in.
3 rounds.
I can't take any credit for that tank. Pew pew pew! In the back.
We're losing Western.
Coming in Western.
Not every spawn point is going to be as awesome as mine, so make sure you throw your smokes if you land
Enemy
yourself
outpost
in a
operating.
hot garrison. It will pay off, trust me. Oh, what's that I hear? Time to break out the binos. Oh, there she is again.
Enemy tank.
It's not enough just to place marks, you've got to keep updating them as they move.
It's coming to Western Approach right now.
And if you're very lucky, you'll see them do something hilarious like this.
Alright.
For them.
These have just been a few of the tips that I've picked up whilst playing. I'm sure there are plenty more that I've forgotten, so please feel free to throw them into the comment section.
Was that a Panther?
I hope you found some of these tips useful, and thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more Hell Let Loose.
Command, my squad saying it's possible Garrison on Kilo boom markers.
Copy.